In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a high-quality dotted halftone effect in Adobe Photoshop. This classic graphic design technique is incredibly versatile, whether you are trying to achieve a vintage comic book look, a retro newspaper print aesthetic, or a modern pop art style for your creative projects. The beauty of this method is that it transforms your standard photographs into stylized pieces of art, using a series of dots that vary in size to represent different tones. If you find this tutorial helpful, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to stay updated with more professional Photoshop tips and tricks just like this one. Alright, let's jump straight into it and get started. The first thing you need to do is open your browser, open your Adobe Photoshop application and import the image you want to transform. To do this, go to File in the top menu and select Open. Navigate to your desired photo and click Open. For the best results with the halftone effect, I recommend using a high contrast image where there is a clear distinction between the highlights and the shadows. This contrast helps the halftone dots really pop and define the shapes within your composition. Once your photo is loaded into the workspace, our first major technical step is to prepare the color mode. Professional halftone effects of this nature are actually calculated based on grayscale values. So navigate up to the image menu at the very top of your screen, hover over Mode, and select Grayscale. Photoshop might ask if you want to discard the color information. Go ahead and click Discard. This converts your image into strictly black and white tones. Now that we are in grayscale, we need to convert the image again to a very specific format. Go back to the image menu, select Mode again, but this time choose Bitmap. The Bitmap mode is the secret sauce for generating precise halftone patterns because it forces the canvas into a binary state, just black and white pixels. When the Bitmap dialog box appears, look at the Method section and change the drop-down menu to Halftone Screen. This is the setting that triggers the specific dot pattern we are looking for. After you click OK, a secondary halftone screen settings box will pop up, and this is where the magic really happens. You will see options for frequency, angle, and shape. The frequency value determines how many lines of dots there are per inch. If you want a very fine, subtle pattern, you might use a higher number. But for that classic graphic design look where the dots are clearly visible, I recommend a value between 20 and 40. For this demonstration, let's go with 30. Next is the angle. This controls the orientation of the dot grid. For most halftone work, 45 degrees is the gold standard because it looks the most natural to the human eye and avoids awkward horizontal or vertical patterns. Finally, the most important part for this specific look is the shape. Change the shape drop-down menu to round. Choosing round ensures that the halftone screen is made up of perfect dots rather than lines or diamonds. Once you have these settings dialed in, frequency at 30, angle at 45, and shape at round, go ahead and click OK. Immediately, Photoshop will process your entire image and replace the smooth gradients with a stunning dotted halftone pattern. You'll notice that the darker areas of your original photo now have larger, denser dots, while the lighter areas have smaller dots or more white space. This creates a fantastic optical illusion of shading using nothing but solid dots. To finalize your work, or if you want to add color back into the image, you will need to reverse the mode process. Go to Image, then Mode, and select Grayscale once more, with a size ratio of 1. From there, you can go to Image, Mode, and RGB Color to begin adding gradients or solid color overlays to your new halftone masterpiece. Using this technique is a game changer for posters, social media graphics, and digital illustrations. It gives your work an authentic, printed feel that is hard to replicate with simple filters. If you followed along and managed to create your own halftone effect, I would love to hear how it turned out in the comments below. Don't forget that consistent practice with these manual modes in Photoshop is what separates hobbyists from pros. If this video helped you level up your design skills, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next deep dive tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.